Well, good morning. Due rate is the first one in. Good morning, good afternoon. Actually, it's 12:15. And, well, this is something I haven't scrapped before. And I'm going to probably be a little bit careful with it because I see that they're priced fairly high. So this is a Cisco model, excuse me. C240M3. Looks pretty chunky. So I got a really good price on it, and really honestly the reason I bought it was I'm hoping to God it has as much RAM in it as they said it did. Because I've got 3 orders for RAM that I've got to fill. And the only way I can fill it is to pull apart a couple servers. Wow. As usual with Cisco, it's chunky. So this unit will require me to remove the fan modules. There's really very little room to work here to move this board. And again, I'm going to try to be extra careful with it. This is something that potentially I might resell. But this is why I bought it. I really needed the RAM. So in this case, I got my money back just on the RAM. I was pretty lucky. Because no sooner did I buy it, and I went to go buy a couple more, they sold out. Which is why I think this unit might sell for me. Didn't do really good with all those suns. Southern Scrapper, this is coming your way. It is, I think it's 2. I don't think it's DDR4. I think it's DDR2. And I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24 sticks of RAM. This is an older unit, I'm sure. Usually there's a date somewhere on here, and I'm sure as we dismantle it, we will find out. I'm sorry I haven't had anything new to put up with you guys in an awful long time. I did pick this up locally. I have an IT guy I work with, and when he's not able to sell it after he's tried and he needs shelf space, every once in a while he'll give me a call to see if I have interest in picking it up. And in this case, I did. But it's kind of nice because then I can only buy like 1 or 2 or something if I'm so inclined, so that I have new content to post. Again, I took the fan array out carefully. Oh, all right. So there is a space here. Okay, even better. Beautiful. I just want to be careful taking this apart because the potential for reselling this is pretty good. So this is going to be a Xeon chip under here. That's a capacitor. That you can leave on. This is a CMOS battery, which I am going to leave on for now, because potentially I might be able to resell this board. Like I said, the fact that he had none left when I went back to go buy more is an indication to me this might be a unit that I might be able to sell. Don't know. I keep them for 2 or 3 weeks. If they don't sell, then, that's the end of that. Otherwise, I wouldn't have any place to sleep. I'd be up to my earlobes and eat scrap. Usually I'd be just snipping all this stuff, but the Dell Power Edges, I wasn't able to sell those boards. I did not do well with reselling the Microsoft boards, the Sun boards. Holy cow, that was heavy. So I wound up sending those off to Board Sort, which is fine. I love Board Sort. I don't know how many BJs under there. We'll find out. Don't forget to test the ground. Yes, thank you. Always. I've pulled the power supplies. That's the first thing I do, so I actually pull them because otherwise I can't lift the damn thing. It's too heavy. So the power supplies are out, so I'm really not at risk of getting shocked. Hello, Herman. Hello, David. Retro Classicer, welcome. Like I said, I'm glad to have something different finally to share with you. So, that's a copper aluminum heatsink. This is one, if I don't sell this, I would definitely go after that nice piece of copper. You can just take a chisel and just whack the aluminum fins off. But I'm not going to do that because I may sell this again. In case you missed it the first 10 times, I might try to sell this. It's nice to have something a little bit different to show you. Cisco boards are awesome, especially if they're older. And country of origin on this one is US of A. Huh. How about that? Alright. Just going to kind of work our way back. I'll have to look to see what the actual name of this item is. There's a beautiful backplane board here. And in the front, if I can lift this thing up, I'll show you. There's slots for a lot of hard drives. So this is some kind of a memory module from what I can see. And I'll tip that up and show it to you in just a bit. Whew. Just the older technology, guys, I'm telling you, it just doesn't sell. Unless somebody is trying to refresh or fix. Yes, you're absolutely right. Every electronic can be a smoke machine with the proper voltage. Absolutely. I would never foo-foo. Caution. Oh, Jiminy Christmas. I feel like they use super glue in here. I do that sometimes. I'll take something apart to show you guys what's inside. And the reason I do that, in case you get an opportunity to purchase one, you can decide if, if indeed you want to spend the money, if you're going to get your money out of it. That's why I do the videos the way I do. I take an item, I focus on that item, I show you what's inside. We get some kind of idea on value in case you want to go back for it. These are both Xeon chips. I'm going to leave them for now. I know they're not iCore because of the ARM, and also because of the age of this machine. I have not found the date yet. Let me shed a little light on the situation. Alright. See if I can get this off. I just got home from my scrapyard run. I was out the door at 8 o'clock this morning, and it's usually I'm home an hour and a half, 2 hours, I'm done. But there was really a horrific accident on I-95, and I would say the traffic, and I mean solid backup, for probably a good 20 to 30 miles. It was backed up all the way from New Haven, Connecticut, all the way past North Haven. It was really, really bad. Hopes and prayers that everybody's okay. So I wound up taking a back route home, which was fine. Yes, that's correct. They are Intel Xeon CPUs. Like I said, I'm going to leave them on there. With CPUs, guys, the less you pull them and pull them out and put them in, probably the better. Even though these are pinless, but I don't want to contaminate it, you know. And again, if I'm going to resell this, I have to make sure I don't break it. Like I said, you know, I'll give it 2 or 3 weeks to see if it sells. If it doesn't, I just take the board out and sell it. And so, yeah, all those beautiful Sun microsystem boards all wound up getting sold to board sort as high-grade telecom. Just went there. I'm going to go ship those this afternoon. But boy, that was, those were cool. Those were fun to scrap. They were beautiful too. One thing I was really disappointed was the copper heat sinks that were in all of those Sun Oracle servers. They gave me number 2 copper. They wouldn't give me bare bright. I was not a happy camper. I mean, it was like this, but it was solid copper. What are you gonna do, guys? You know, it's a scrapyard. You can't. You're not gonna win. So, it's fine. You know, it is what it is. I just want the mess out of the yard. Did really well. We've got almost all the scrap material now that the weather's gotten warmer. I've been able to get everything sold out, which is really good. Thanks to Ray for the like. I appreciate that. Yeah, usually I do my lives early in the morning, and then I repost, so you guys will have it for reference. But, like I said, today I just trying hard not to break this is what I'm trying hard not to do. Just this morning I had to get that scrap run done, so this has been a run reindeer kind of morning. Oh, come on, be nice. Now I should think this would free this PCI caddy. Come on, Mama. Whew. That, my friends, is the risk when you do live if you can't get something apart. And it, you know, gets the better of you. Well, there you are on live. Come on. Get on out of there. I loosened this. This is a little bit loosened. I don't know why it doesn't want to come out. Try her again here. Be right back, guys. I have to run and get the other screwdriver off the other table. I'll be right back. And yes, I finally got the workshop moved back down to the basement, which is working out really well. Of course, here I am in the kitchen again. It's loose. Shouldn't. Banana boats and root beer floats. I really don't want to break this. That one's out. Well, guess what? There we go. So this is a PCI riser card. Really good for gold recovery. And this, of course, you got to get the metal off. There we go. Hooray. And there we go. Hooray. And this is a gold finger card of some kind, because it plugs into a backplane board. So this is gold, gold contacting gold, transmits data. This is a Cisco. It comes watch 3. So let's guess, the server, client, motherboard. I have to actually look on the bill of sale. It's got all slots in the front here for CD-ROMs and such, hard drives and such. Alright, so that's where the power supplies were. I'm being a little more fussy with this. Like I said, I'm hoping to resell it as a bare bones server. We'll see. But to do that, I gotta be super careful. So usually I can just Godzilla the thing loose, you know, but today not so much. These older Cisco boards, guys, are fantastic for your gold recovery and everything else. And they're really, you know, if you can find them, they're really good for gold recovery. Yeah, I'll when I get the board out, I'll show you guys the front. I'll tell you, I'll buy Cisco anytime I can. 99% of the time, I'm not disappointed with it. As far as that goes. So there's my gold. That'll go in as a gold finger card. If I were to sell it again, I'm not sure what I'm going to do with this. Even the gold finger card is a beautiful card. Yes, I know it's a PCI card or a module card, but that can still go in as gold fingers. It's got enough. I'd have to take the heatsink off and this other little board. Really great gold recovery here. Good stuff. Hello, Dave Donahue. How are you this morning? Wow. Like I said, this is not my usual time to go live. I'm usually the morning shift, but I didn't get on live much at all last week. I was sick, and nothing more disgusting than sitting here and somebody sniffle and snort and every other thing. All right, let's try and get this apart. As again, if I was just going to take this thing and say, oh well, I'm just scrapping it, I would just be snipping all this stuff, but hoping to be able to put it back together when I'm done with it. Okay, that's going to come out there, just like that. Yeah, the Ciscos were really nice. The Sun Oracles that I took apart. Hi, OTD. I caught part of your live this morning. So, let's see. Just looking to see if I have enough room to work with, and I think I do. A lot of times when you're doing these servers, you have little to no room to get the board out. That's why I had to take the fan module out, because otherwise I wouldn't be able to free the board. So usually you got to get the fan module out, And I think there's enough working room here for us to go ahead and try and I don't know, go-to, but maybe somebody else in the chat does. I really don't know. I'm not into, I'm into music, so my server knowledge is really more to audio and video servers, things like that. I think that's one of the problems that, hey Ghost, how are you? Hello Slump, welcome. Oh my gosh, I have never had screws so tight as this one. Oof. Dang, man. It must have been Godzilla's day to screw the server boards in. I'm still looking for a date on this, and I haven't found one yet. Usually it's on the side walls. Older the golder, as Obi Kenobi says. I'm gonna have to go down to get the power screwdriver to get that bugger out. Yeah, no, I finally got the cellar cleaned out. I got the basement all cleaned up. All the e-scrap has been moved down to the basement. I am working on my kitchen table today because it's nice and bright and sunny. And I only have this one thing to scrap, so I'm really, really happy that I've gotten downstairs. Dedicated to e-scrap. And we'll keep the middle floor nice and clean so I don't die of embarrassment if company walks over. I've got a bit of painting to do. I've got the outside to do. But we'll keep the middle and the outside nice. And then upstairs I've got, is my office for the music school. That's a good idea, Duray. Yeah, make a video about it. That would be a great idea. I think Minecraft brings up a good point. Or go-to, rather, excuse me. And this is why older servers and older technologies are literally tossed. It's because nobody wants them. The processors are too slow. Everybody wants NVIDIA, or iCore 10 at this point, or whatever the newest number is. The processors are just too darn slow, you know? The only reason you could sell something like this would be if somebody had all their stuff on it and their other system broke and they just wanted to replace the parts. That's when you'd be able to sell something like this. You won't be able to sell it for somebody to install. And I shouldn't say that. These will run on Linux. So if you know how to install Linux and you can deal with Linux, you certainly could use this if you don't mind a slow server. I mean, just think back in the day, these things cost thousands and thousands of dollars. Now, oof. And if I missed any of your comments on the way by, guys, I'm really sorry. Just, if you have a question, please leave me a question. I'll try to get back to you. I really will. As much as I love doing lives, it's, you know, it's kind of tricky to watch the, watch everything. These usually take me about 10 minutes to get apart, guys, but, you know, with the video and everything else, and, you know, it takes me a little bit longer. Alright, I don't mind snipping these. This is okay. Hard to believe that thick cable like this only goes as insulated copper wire. There's a whole bunch of little wires in here. Now, that'll take off. That's okay. Okay. Boom, 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 boom. Hello, Ivan. Welcome. I get a feeling I'm going to have to go grab the other screwdriver to get this other stinking screw out. Now, before I forget, let me show you the front of this. This thing was heavy as, guys. I had to take the power supplies and the cover and everything off before I could even try to move it out of the car. So it is a heavy, heavy machine. Here's the front. And judging from the backplane board configuration, I'm guessing these are all for hard drives. So this must be a memory. Could it be a memory module? Is that the term? A memory module? Memories. A memory module. That's what it is. I could use one of those. My memory's squat lately. So yeah, if you saw my morning report on the scrap prices, it dropped again today, guys. Everything went down. Thank you, OTD. That was really sweet of you. Trench Baby Academy, welcome. Thank you for the gifts, guys. That's awesome of you. So my point of view would be this would be a good unit for scrapping if you can get it free. These boards run about $7 a pound now at Board Sort. Actually, I'm going to take that back. This would not be a telecom board. This would be a dual metal socket server motherboard. So 2 sockets, dual socket, metal server motherboard. That's how they would grade that. Cisco's, the Cisco Sun ones that we did. We did like 50 of these. I mean, look at that. So this came out of the Sun Oracle. So this is a high-grade telecom board. Okay, I actually had to argue to get high-grade telecom for it because it, I argued about it nicely, politely, respectfully. But yeah, this was from Sun Oracle servers, T250s, I think they were, and I think we found the dates to be early. When did we find them? 2010 maybe? Not even that old. Hard to believe. So yeah, that was those, and they're in the process now of getting shipped. I got it. I got it. Bye, OTD. Have a good day. Yeah, the price of scrap is down, by the way. Copper's down, aluminum's down. Light iron went down another $20 a gross ton. Hello, Colin. Okay, let's see if I can just get this last little bit. Again, I'm being a little extra careful because potentially if I can, I'm always going to try to resell the board. If I break it, I can forget reselling it. It's really what it comes down to. I think what we'll do is we'll lift the board and then I'll be able to get that off. All right. Moment of truth here. Let's get this out of the way too. Again, just to give myself room to work. Sometimes on servers, guys, you have to unscrew the back over here where the audio and video inputs are. Sometimes there's hex screws out here, and sometimes you have to release those to get the board to release from the faceplate. Hey, Patrick. You just missed it at OTD. He left to go to the scrapyard. I hope he has better luck at his yard than I did at mine this morning. That was a real bummer, let me tell you. Okay. Well, I would go PCI card on this. It could also. Well, I would go PCI card on this. It could also be sold as a gold finger card. Obviously, have to get the aluminum off. EXP. Oh, it's an expansion card. Okay, expansion card. Well, excuse me. I do sell this stuff by the pound, guys. My eBay store is CT Band Instruments, and temporarily I have a lot of e-scrap in there for sale. I I'm out of RAM though. Matter of fact, I've got 2 orders I still have to fill. I've got servers downstairs to pull apart just to get the RAM out. So I don't have any RAM, but I have these. I have PCI cards. I have Goldfinger cards. I've got a bunch of older boards too that are really, really rich in gold recovery. If you're in Connecticut, just swing by my music store in Shelton. I'll be glad to hook you up. I want to get this part because I want to see what's on the back. I have not found the date yet. Usually it's on the side here. It might be on the bottom. I want to get this apart. Okay, so I think this is a memory module. I really do. Like I said, I could use one of these. My memory is shkata lately. Oof. The brain like I think the analogy is I have a brain like a spaghetti strainer. Had a lot going on though. You know, I can't complain. It's just you can't. You know, when it's cold and it's nasty, you can't get a blessed thing done. But I've gotten all the e-scrappers packed up. I've got one more trip tomorrow to the other yard to. I'll be selling the hard drives. I'll be selling all my laptops. I got the laptops. He pays 80 cents a pound, which is the best price locally. It's not great, but like I said, I've got to raise some. I've got to raise a little bit of money, and I want to make space and really just get into having a couple of things around to, do my lives with and cut back a little bit. It's going to get busy anyway. I've got the music school going, and we got our summer program and this, that, and the other thing. All right. We don't want to break this. Come on, baby. Come on. Come on out of there. There you go. Yeah, I'm trying to not break anything because, like I said, I really didn't want to try to do that. That's for rank. What's for rank? SG Tart. Welcome. Thanks for the follow, Plum Steel. I appreciate that. All right, now. Sometimes on servers you have to unscrew the bracket because sometimes that bracket is attached to the board. Yes, thank you, Plum Steel. It is a beautiful day out here in Connecticut, so I've been out and about all morning and enjoying the beautiful weather. Not sure about this. Well, it's going to make me do what I didn't want to do. And this will be a Xeon. This will be a pinless CPU. No resale, guys. Not a lick. Again, I'm going to try to be very careful with that because I would include that on the board, I think, if I were to resell the board. I do resell a lot of replacement boards. Sold a couple of the Power Edge boards last week. That was great. They came from working units, but they were missing things. One of the units didn't have power supplies, so I just plugged in some power supplies and sent it off on its way. So, I resell what I can. Obviously, you're always going to do better reselling stuff than scrapping it, right? All right. Now, let's figure out why I can't get the board free. I know it's got plenty of room for it. Hello, Manimal Spirit. That's cute. Thanks, Plus Steel, for the gift. I'm glad you got the gifter badge. That's awesome. Let me slide this over just a bit. See if I can get the board free. Sometimes these are brass. This looks like stainless to me, but sometimes they're brass. riser cards. Looking to see if I missed one. Gently, Dee Dee, gently. This is what's... There we go. Be free! Come on out. Everybody wants to see what you look like on the back. I can't believe there's no date on this thing. Might be one on the Xeon chip. I'll have to look. Yeah, there's no date. So, the other side of the board is so-so. Yeah, I would say the big score out of this was the RAM. I'm glad it's not shielded, now I don't have to clean it. When none of those fails, a little brute force. Alright, so again, before I ship this, I'll have to take the CMOS battery off, unless I'm selling it to somebody who's going to use it as a, replacement part. So I won't fuss with that right now. You should always put these brackets down. You're putting 10, 12 boards in a box, and you're trying to ship it with these brackets up, you're in for a mess. Nobody likes mess. So, not a bad board. I would say it's pretty typical of a small metal socket, dual metal socket server board. And if you're selling the board sort, that's how they're going to classify it. And just about everybody else is going to classify it the same way, because everybody just kind of follows whatever board sort is doing. But again, for me, as I said, I always try to resell stuff first. I wound up okay on the Cisco, on all those Sun Oracle boards. We did get quite a bit of RAM, we got quite a few CPUs, and of course I still have the boards to send off the board sort. I would say just know before you go, know what's in there, and, try not to buy e-scrap, you're not going to make money. I just buy it for demonstration purposes, and I only bought one of these. Alright, so Cisco Level 2 in Connect, I don't know what that all means. Loaded with RAM and loaded with hard drive ports in the front. And the back is good. I mean, it's a decent board. But that's what it's going to sell as, is going to be a dual metal socket server board. Alright. Let's see. Can I get the backplane board off? Backplane boards, by the way, guys, are fantastic for gold recovery. Really, really good, because the way a backplane board works is something gold plugs into something gold. So your backplane boards are, generally speaking, going to be loaded with gold. Generally speaking. Alright. I don't know if I can get at this backplane board or not. I think I'm going to need a really long screwdriver. Yeah, I can see the screws. I'm going to have to get in here with a very long Phillips head screwdriver. These are all ports for hard drives. And I can see the slots back here on the backplane board. Right. So that is today's video. All those gold pens. I can't pay you for this quality of work. I hope you meant well. I'm not sure what you meant, meow, but that's okay. I'm doing the best I can to show you what's in here. All right, well, I'm going to go put the rest of this RAM into the box that it's waiting for and get it shipped off so my poor buyer doesn't have to wait yet another day for it. And then I'll clean this up and, so have a good day, everybody. God bless you. Thanks for stopping by and visiting. I'll have some new stuff coming up. Maybe next week or the week after. I'm going into Providence and pick up some computers. I've made arrangements with 2 or 3 vendors in the area. I'm in Connecticut. My family all lives in Rhode Island, though, so I'll make a trip up and, find a relative to hang out with for the day and then pick up my computer parts and come on home. It's only about a 2-hour drive. It works. All right. I hope the weather is beautiful wherever you are. It is beautiful here. God bless you all. Stay wonderful. Thanks again for stopping by and visiting. And if I can find some content, I'll see you tomorrow. Bye. Wonderful. Thanks again for stopping by and visiting. And if I can find some content, I'll see you tomorrow. Bye. This is the fun part, getting the phone to turn off. This is the fun part, getting the phone to turn off.